So in the last section, you saw me load up this project and change the main ruler here to time-based because we're dealing with a live track. And that's great if you just want to quickly work with something and you want to do it kind of freehand without Snap. But if you want to work with audio that's hasn't been composed to a metronome, for example, or you don't want to know what the BPM is, you can still use Logic to automatically detect the tempo and adjust with it over time. So the first thing I'm going to do is change this back in the project settings to the musical grid. Then with everything highlighted, just by pressing Command A, I'm going to go to Edit, Tempo, and Detect Tempo of Selected Region. And this is going to take a while now just to analyze all of these regions. Once it's finished analyzing, you'll see a window like this. First of all, you want to click this arrow to get the advanced options. And you can see here how it detects different tempos at different points in the song. So we're going to make sure right tempo information to audio file is checked, just in case you import into another project, it will still be there. We're also going to make sure this is unchecked, because if we start nudging things to the beat, it might put them out of time. If you're only moving one thing and detecting one file, that's fine, but I'm going to leave that off and do it manually. And also we want to make sure apply region tempo to project is ticked, so that we're actually taking the tempo information from the audio and applying it to the project up here so that it's all in sync. So let's press OK. Now what I need to do is make sure this actually starts on the beat. So we've got a bit of an intro from the guitar. So let's start it on beat 3. I'm going to line it up to the kick. Zoom right in so we can line this up accurately. Whilst holding it, I can hold Command Shift as well if I want to turn off Snap. So we just move that there, and I'm going to trust the drummer. Now if we listen with the metronome on, this icon up here, that should be in time. Now let's have a listen down here. So you can see it's struggling a bit there because I think it speeds up quite a lot and it kind of goes into a different time signature. Let's have a listen to where it goes wrong. All night long, I'll be so. So you can hear there it's gone a bit out of time. So let's see if we can correct that. So first of all, we want to turn on the tempo track. We can either right click here and do show tempo, or you can go Shift Command T to turn that on. And now we can see how in depth it's analyzed the tempo. You can see all the variations in tempo that are detected when we analyzed it, but it's obviously got it slightly wrong. So let's see if we can improve that a bit. So first of all, you can move these with your mouse, and you can click them to move them, and you can click and drag to change things like so. And you can see it looks like it's changing the audio, but it's not changing the audio at all. What it's actually doing is changing the ruler. So because the ruler's changing, it's going to start playing quicker. Let's see. So you can hear the metronome speeding up, but not the audio. So don't worry if it looks like you're changing the audio, because you're not. So let's change our tools so they're better suited for the job. Let's change our primary tool to pencil and our secondary tool to eraser. So now we can hold Command to rub these out, or we can just write in new tempos. And this means we can write in tempo curves and then drag them like this. And we can actually add, if we delete these, we can add curves as well. By holding this and moving it along, we can add a more natural curve upwards or downwards so that it gradually speeds up or slows down. So let's have a listen. So that's a bit too fast there. And it's still too fast there, so let's get rid of those. Now it's a bit slow, so let's add if we remove this, we can then add a marker here and add a bit of a curve to this one. Like so. So that sounds about right to me. And then we want to get rid of this line here. And so on and so forth. You can edit the tempo like this, and you can drag the whole thing as well. So you can either do that after the fact, after you've recorded, but it's normally easier to do this before. So say, for example, you were recording a new song with a live band and you wanted to record it to a click, but you knew that there are tempo changes in the song. What you can do is, if we save that, is when you're adding your audio tracks ready to record, you set your tempo so you know your song's in 1-2-5, but you know that after 8 bars there's an increase in speed, and you also know that the choruses pick up by 2 BPM just to add a bit more energy. Well, that's really easy to do. If we just first of all configure these so that just tempo is on for now, we've got our BPM, and then if we know at bar 9 it goes up, we simply go here and we can add a new tempo set. Call this the name of the song, whatever that might be. I'm just going to call this name of song. So we can use the pencil tool to add a point here. Let's just move the cursor out of the way at bar 9. And we know that it's going to be going up to 1-2-8. And then we know the chorus, for example, might come in after another 4 bars at 13. So we then add another change at 13, where we're just going to bring the tempo up just 1 or 2 BPM from 1-8 to 130. And then say after 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bars, we then drop back down to 1-8. And there we go. And we can add the tempo track like that. And now when we play it live, the recording is going to follow this. Also, if you're using Apple loops, they will also follow this tempo track. So here it's going to speed up. And you can also change the meter. So let's add signature. And we could say, for example, the intro is in 4/4, but after that it goes to 3/4. So we simply click that add button and add it there. And now it's going to go from 4/4 to 3/4. Of course, you can also change the key of the song just by changing the option here. So you can see from this point onwards, it's now in B minor, and then I could change it here to A flat minor, etc.